Holly, and during this hour we will be talking about sleep. So, are you tired? Do you get tired a lot? Do you get enough sleep? So, this might be an interesting topic for many of you. So, hello, Jorge. How are you today?
I'm doing well, thank you. And you?
Very good, very good. Remind me where you are from.
Bogota, Colombia.
Bogota, that's right. Excellent, excellent. And Anna Berlin, how are you today?
I'm fine, thank you. And you,
Ex-
Holly?
Very good, very good. And remind me, you are from
Spain.
Spain. I was going to say you're not from South America. You're from Spain. And
Yeah.
Hello, Monica. How are you?
Thank you.
All right, excellent. So it's nice to see you all again. And during this hour, we are going to talk about sleep. So as far as what time is it right now in Spain, Ana Belén?
Sorry, can you repeat?
What time is it right now?
It's 7 p.m.
7 p.m. And Monica, what time is it in Italy? Is it the same? Okay. And Jorge, what time is it in Bogota?
It's 12:03.
Okay, so it's noon,
Yeah.
right? Excellent. And then Daniel, Daniel, you're out of Uruguay.
What? Can you repeat?
What country are you from?
Oh, from Brazil.
Brazil. Okay. There are two Daniels out of Uruguay. There's one out of Brazil, one out of El Salvador, one out of Spain. So I'm getting you all confused. So, all right. So what time is it right now in Brazil, Daniel?
It's 2 p.m. right now.
2 p.m. Okay, excellent. All right, and Carlos, it's 10 a.m. right?
Hi, Holly. Yes, 10
Hi.
a.m.
Yeah, 10 a.m. in your part of Mexico. Okay,
Yes.
and Sasha, what time is it in your part of Russia?
8 p.m.
8 p.m. Okay. All right. And the reason I asked that is I was just checking to see if it's for some people in other parts of the world right now it's very, very late. For example, in Japan Japan and Korea it would be about 2 in the morning maybe 1, 2, or 3 in the morning. So all right. Let's go ahead and discuss this topic. So the first question I have for you is, how many hours of sleep do you get each night, and do you usually get enough sleep? Why or why not? So Anna Belén, how about you? How many hours of sleep do you get each night?
I usually sleep 7 hours, although on weekends I sleep between 8 and 10.
So you sleep 7 hours, and then in the weekends you sleep between 8 and 10 hours. Okay. All right. And Carlos, how many hours of sleep do you get?
I think that something is wrong with me because I don't need to sleep too much. Sometimes I sleep 4 hours or 5, and I wake up well rested. So even
Wow.
if I am very tired, I only sleep 4 or 5 hours.
Wow.
I
That's
think
interesting.
something is wrong with me. I don't know what happened.
Yeah. Daniel, how about you? How much sleep do you get?
I think something is wrong with me too because it's most likely 3 to 5 hours.
3 to 5, so you're just like Carlos.
Yeah, but the problem here is because I work every day. Like I work at home, and some people say to me, "Oh, I'm jealous because you're working at home, so you make your own time." But it's nothing like that. And I always work at night,
Uh-huh.
so barely I don't sleep. It's like
Uh-huh.
3 to 4 hours or 5.
Uh-huh. Uh, yeah, that's been my issue, and I've made some changes because I've been getting way too tired.
Yeah.
Because I can average, for me, it's 8 hours is nice, but I can average about 5 or 6 hours and function very well. But I cannot sleep past 8 hours. If I at the 8 hour point, I just wake up. I can't sleep longer than eight. Um, Unless I'm really, really tired, and then like Anna Boleyn said on the weekends, you sleep more. So, um, Jorge, how about you? How much sleep do you get?
Well, in weekdays, I often uh, sleep between 5 or 6 hours.
Hmm.
Sometimes seven if I can, maybe because I sometimes I start my work in 1 hour and some other days in another hour. But
Hmm.
in weekends, if if anybody calls me or if anybody needs me, I sleep until noon.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's about 12 hours, maybe 10, 12.
Hmm. So in the
Yeah,
weekends.
yeah. And in weekdays, 5 or 6 hours is enough for me.
Uh-huh.
When I started to work, I
Uh-huh.
have the enough energy for face all the problems in that day.
Uh-huh. Okay. All right. Thank you. And Monica, how about you? How much sleep do you get?
Well, I usually have an average of 7 hours of
Hmm.
sleep during the week and also the weekend.
Okay. And so do you find that you wake up at 7 or 8 hours? Can you sleep longer than that?
No, usually not.
Hmm.
I cannot sleep too much hour,
Hmm.
like you said.
Yeah, it was really weird because when I was younger, I used to be able to sleep as long as possible, sleep until noon all the time. So, um, and Alexander, how about you? How much sleep do you usually get?
I usually sleep 7 hours approximately. Sometimes
Hmm.
6, sometimes 7. It depends when I can sleep.
Hmm. Yeah. Okay. So 6 or 7 hours. Do you also try to get less sleep? I mean, excuse me. Do you also find that at about 6 or 7 hours that you wake up, or or can you sleep longer?
Uh, no, I try. Sometimes I sleep longer because I feel that I need it, but
Hmm.
usually I try to uh, keep it time 6 and 7 because it's many times we spend in sleeping,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know how to explain. Sorry.
No worries. No worries. All right. Let's go ahead and look at some vocabulary words, and then we're going to read an article about sleep. So we've got some vocabulary words we have here: symptom, obesity, fast-paced, deprivation, growth hormone, and advocate. Okay, and then the definitions here are being overweight, a chemical in the body that controls growth, a supporter, a sign of illness, a lack of something you need, and busy or hectic. So let's start with Daniel. Daniel, can you choose one of these words and match it?
Yeah, sure. Anyone or there must
Yeah,
be a
anyone.
rule?
It doesn't need to be, no.
Uh, um, Obesity, being overweight.
Being overweight, yeah. And usually with obesity, it's being very overweight. You're more than just a little overweight. It is very overweight. So, um, all right, and so being overweight, make that two. All right, and then Jorge, could you do the next one?
Yeah. Symptom. A sign of illness.
Yes, a symptom is a sign of illness. Perfect. Okay. And Monica, can you do one?
Yeah. Deprivation is a lack of something you need.
Yes, deprivation, like sleep deprivation, for example. So, excellent. All right, and Carlos.
Hormone, a chemical in the body that controls growth.
Yes, growth hormone, perfect. Okay, and Sasha.
Advocate, a supporter.
Okay, and as far as pronunciation goes for that word, Sasha, we would say instead of advocate, we say advocate. Now, this word also is a verb. We have as a verb, the way you pronounced it is correct. So we have to advocate, but as a noun, it's an advocate. Do you guys hear the difference?
Yes, yes. I said the verb version.
Yeah, you said the verb version.
Okay. Advocate.
Yeah, advocate. Yeah.
Advocate. Okay.
All right. And then Amparo, can you read the last one? Amparo, are you there? Can you speak? Okay, I think there's been some internet issues. Maybe she's having one of those. So, of course, busy or hectic is fast-paced. All right, so let's practice these words real quick. So, Carlos, do you think that life in Mexico or in your part of Mexico is fast-paced, or is it kind of a relaxed atmosphere?
No, I think that is fast paced because here in Mexico the pay for your work is not good, so you have to do a lot of work in two or three places to have a good money. So I think everybody is working all the time.
Okay. All right. Thank you. And let's see, Daniel, does Brazil have an obesity problem with their children, like many countries in the world?
Yeah, it's a problem that it's growing over the time. Especially in my city because, well, actually, I don't actually know, but they've made some research lately that one of the reasons is because people are so much stressed, you know. So they are recurring to foods, and it's probably because I think that's the reason. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. So people are stressed. So they're coping by going to food. Yeah, that's definitely an issue in my family, including myself. So thank you, Jorge. So let's see. Do you ever feel like you are? Do you ever feel sleep deprived, or do you ever have any sleep deprivation?
No, no.
Never.
I am a how can I say that? Maybe indeed friend with the sleep. So I really don't have problem with that. Maybe some days I have to work too late, and I have problem wake up early in the next morning.
Uh-huh.
But
Your
it's
problem's waking up.
completely, yeah, it's completely normal. But I haven't had issues with my sleep.
Uh-huh. All right, excellent. Thank you. All right. And let's see. Monica, do you know any people who are advocates for 8 hours for people who do you know people who are advocates for people getting a full night's sleep?
Sorry, I don't get what you mean.
Okay. So some people are kind of, as an advocate, they kind of preach, you need to sleep 8 hours a night, you need to sleep 8 hours a night. Do you have friends that do that?
Oh yeah. Some friends of mine in the weekend they advocate that they need to sleep absolutely till noon, for example. So yeah.
Yeah. So an advocate or to advocate can be formal, but it also can be informal. So somebody who informally says, you need to get more sleep. So it might be advocating for more sleep. So Alexander, do you ever feel sleep deprived?
Yes, sometimes I feel it because, especially the day after I was at the gym and my neighbor was very loud, and I feel it. Yes, sometimes.
Okay. All right. And Amparo, are you back?
I think you're wrong. My name is Ana Belén.
Oh, Anna Boleyn. Oh, no. For some reason, no wonder you didn't answer. Anna Boleyn, I apologize.
No.
I'm so sorry. Amparo was in the last class. I'm so bad. I'm so sorry.
No problem.
Did you realize what I had done? Okay. Sorry. So And do you know any other people besides Verbling teacher Holly who has the symptom of unforgetfulness or airheadedness?
But I know I'm part of it too, and I realize that she isn't here.
Yeah, you're like, she's not in the class. Why is she calling? I'm so sorry. The last class, she was right at the same location in the class as you.
Okay, I understand.
So tell me about life in Spain. Is life in Spain really fast-paced?
Depend of the place. For example, I live in a town near Madrid, and my town is a very relaxing place. But I work in Madrid. Madrid is a fast-paced.
It's very fast-paced.
Incredible. For example, in the nap time in my town, there isn't any shop open. However, in Madrid, there are a lot of people run into the tube, into the bus with the car. It's incredible.
Okay. Wow. So that's pretty much the same here in the U.S. You'll find that the bigger cities are all very, very fast-paced. The East Coast is much more fast-paced than the Midwest or the West Coast, and the smaller towns are much slower. And I think that's probably worldwide. All right, so let's go ahead and read this article. So we have 2, 4, 6, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so one paragraph. This paragraph we'll do halfway through. So let's start with Ana Belén. Can you read the first paragraph? And I'm still sorry I was calling you by the wrong name. So.
Irritability, nervousness, depression, and obesity. They are not the symptoms of a terrible illness, but are in fact the effects of a problem that many of us suffer from. As a result of our fast-paced modern lifestyle, a lot of us simply aren't getting enough sleep.
Okay, thank you. Now, as far as a pronunciation, the first word, irritability.
Irritability.
Very good. Okay, now also remember the past tense ed. So, as a result of our fast-paced modern lifestyle. Yeah, so this has a S or a C sound, so it's a T here instead of an ED. Fast-paced. Okay? All right, thank you. Carlos, could you read the next paragraph?
For many people, stress-related problems lead to them having a tough time dropping off, and it is in the workplace where a large proportion of the people are most often stressed. Teachers, police, and prison officers, medical professionals, and social workers commonly rate their jobs as being highly stressful. Surveys show that their stress level affects how well they sleep, with highly stressed workers sleeping for fewer hours and waking up more frequently during the night.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. So highly stressed workers, and very good with the past tense ed, by the way. All right, and Daniel, could you read the next paragraph? And I just realized I don't have the words there, so. No, and not. I guess not the next paragraph. You're gonna have to go halfway through. Go to day.
Okay. A quarter of the surveyed teens said that they.
No. Sleep. No, not start there. Start sleep and read until there. So start at recent.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No worries.
Recent research by the Sleep Council has shown that many teenagers, too, are not sleeping for the recommended 8 hours each night. With bedrooms filled high with TVs, games, consoles, cellular phones, and other gadgets, one-third of teenagers aged between 12 and 16 claim to sleep for only 7 hours each day.
Okay, now let me go over a couple of pronunciation with you. First of all, with bedrooms piled high. So instead of piled, instead of filled, piled.
Piled.
Yeah, and then another thing that happens with this, when we have like 4-7, what we usually use is the word 2. So 4 to 7 hours of sleep each day. So, okay.
4 to 7 hours.
Excellent. All right, Jorge, could you read the rest of the paragraph?
Yeah. A quarter of the surveyed teens say that they regularly fall asleep either in front of the TV or while listening to music. Sleep deprivation has been shown to affect levels of growth hormone, leading to developmental problems. However, the teenagers are let me see.
Down here.
Maybe teenagers are rarely told off by their parents?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. All right, and Monica, could you read the next paragraph?
One solution to this common problem might be to take a nap during the afternoon. However, doing this can cause more problems than it solves. Napping can create a situation similar to jet lag, in which people feel very sleepy during the day, but are wide awake at night.
All right, thank you. All right, and then Alexandra, can you read the last paragraph?
So, what can we do about these problems? Perhaps a change of lifestyle is required. Advocates say that people need to go back to basics, with natural food, light, stress levels, and gentle exercise, all contributing to restful sleep. Why don't you think about simplifying your lifestyle in order to get a better night's sleep? Good night.
Okay, so this word right here, contributing instead of contributing. So we say contributing. So the stress is in the trib part, contributing, and then the last part, of course, as well.
It's like without O, contributing.
Yeah,
Contributing.
and contributing. Yeah, the O is kind of like what we call a schwa in linguistics. So it's an sound, contributing. And so whenever a part of the word is not stressed, you'll have the sound. It's a schwa, contributing.
Contributing.
Yeah. All right. Excellent. Are there any words or phrases? And by the way, hello, John. Hello. How are you today?
I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
Excellent. Very good to see you. All right. So, are there any words or phrases that you guys do not know or need some clarification on in this reading?
Yeah, in the second paragraph, first line, dropping off. Does it mean to sleep?
Yeah, it means to drop off. There's basically to drop off has, as a phrasal verb, it has two meanings. The first one is to drop off to sleep, so to go to sleep. Okay. The other one is not part of this. If you drop someone off, maybe at the airport, you drive them to the airport and you drop them off. But this one has to do with sleeping. So if you drop off, you go to sleep.
Okay.
Good question. You're welcome.
And also tell off.
To tell off, it's interesting because in British English and American English, the phrasal verb to tell off is used slightly different. In British English, to tell off is when parents tell their children what they have done wrong. So they yell at their kids, right? So that's what, in this respect, the teenagers are rarely told off by their parents. They're rarely disciplined, or they don't say anything. Now, in American English, to tell off is usually between friends. It isn't parents to children. It's friends. So if you're angry at your friend, or you're angry at a colleague, if you tell them off, then basically you've told them what is wrong with them.
Okay,
so
got it. Thank you.
Yeah. So the
In
difference.
This case, the British.
Yeah. In this respect, it's the British. The difference is it's basically the same thing, but the British is between parents and children, and the American is between basically two peers, or friends, or colleagues, or something like that. Okay. Any other words or phrases? Yeah. Has anybody here ever used melatonin to get to sleep?
Melatonin.
Yeah.
Yes, I use it.
Do you?
Very good.
Yeah, my sister and her husband were really having problems getting their kids to sleep. The kids would stay up till 10 or 11 or 12 o'clock, and then they'd have to get up at 7 to 8 o'clock. So they weren't getting the proper 11 hours of sleep that they need. And so they were somebody suggested melatonin to them, and now they can get the kids go to that's wrong. I don't know how to spell it. The kids go to sleep. It takes them maybe 15 or 20 minutes, and it's an all natural thing, and the kids are getting their proper sleep, so they're waking up very in a happy mood, and they're not as wired as they were. So I've
I wanna take that advice for my daughters.
yeah, it might work because the kids were melatonin. It's a natural thing that we produce in our bodies, and some people, especially the night owls, those of us who stay up really late, um, are not apparently producing enough to go to sleep, and so you can't drop off as well. And my sister is now able to get her kids to sleep by 8 and 9 o'clock at night. And she's like, "Oh man, I wish I would have tried this 2 years ago, because when they were about 3 and 4 is when they stopped going to sleep very easily." So, yeah. So Carlos, try that because that might work for you with your daughters. So, because I think they're the same age, aren't they? They're like 5 and 6, aren't they?
Yeah, almost 5.
Yeah. So.
And they go to bed too late.
Yeah, and they didn't have any problem. My sister didn't have any problem because what she'd do is she'd let them sleep in. But now that her 6-year-old is now in school and she has to get up at 7 o'clock in the morning, she was waking up and she wasn't getting the proper amount of sleep, and so she was crying and she was just having a really difficult time in the morning. So when she started the melatonin, now the little girl wakes up and she's all happy and so forth. So anyway, let's answer these questions. According to the article, what are some of the most stressful jobs? Anybody remember?
Police.
Police.
Teachers.
It's definitely not language teachers. So.
Advocate or I think.
Prison officers.
Prison work officers.
Okay, so let's look at the article. Yeah, I remember it was police officers, teachers, police officers, prison officers. That's right. Okay, so. Prison officers.
Doctors maybe might be as well.
Yeah, what they said was medical professionals. But probably that would be doctors.
Mm-hmm.
And social workers. Yeah. And so what is the recommended number of hours of sleep per night?
8.
4 to 7.
8.
8. I think it's 8, but it doesn't say it in the article. Or where does it say it in the article? So 8 hours. Yeah. How can people simplify their lifestyles to help themselves sleep better?
With natural habits.
Okay, what was it?
They have to take drugs.
Take drugs? No, not take drugs.
Natural food.
Exercise.
Exercise. Melatonin is natural, natural food. Yeah, exercise. So the people need to go back to basics. Go back to basics with natural food, light, low stress levels, gentle exercise. Basically. All right. So,
Actually,
all right.
okay, sorry.
Go ahead. Go on.
Just for me, advice: less blue light before sleep as TV, because blue light actually kills melatonin.
Oh, really?
Yes, it's a special light called blue light. It's from TV, monitors, smartphone.
And And computers, computer
Yes,
monitors.
as well. Yes. Yeah, there are some filters, special filters for smartphones. I know that turn off the blue
Blue light. Oh
blue
wow.
light. Yes, and actually blue light it kills melatonin. So
Uh,
before
uh,
sleep, you
okay.
shouldn't uh, read
Uh,
or
uh,
something like
I
that.
have another idea.
Uh-huh.
I think they have to be good people at die.
Go what? Say that again.
They have to be good people at the die to sleep at
Good
night.
during the day. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So you shouldn't be stressed or,
Yes.
um, yeah, because if not, you'll be going, oh man, what did I do? I I was not good today. Yeah. Or not worry as well. Not worry. So as far as this blue light thing, when I first started teaching it here at Verbling, I was teaching really late, 11, 12, 1, 2. As you guys, many of you have been in my classes at that time. You know, and then I would get offline at about 1 or 2 in the morning, and I couldn't go to sleep till about 3 or 4. Is that because of the blue light, Alexander?
It might as well. Actually, I try not to use it an hour before sleep lately, so it helps. I only listen to music
Mm-hmm.
or English podcasts.
Because
This
I
helps.
found the last week was since I haven't been teaching at night for the same thing. I don't even have my computer near me, and where before I was just having the computer right next to me, right next to my bed, that I'm sleeping better.
Yeah,
Huh.
you should try
Yeah.
different way. For me, it was problem with the smartphone. I was a habit all the time before
Uh,
sleep, read many articles using
oh,
smartphone.
Huh.
yes, yes. Also, I think
Yes.
you have to sleep better. You have to choose a good wife.
Have to what?
Good wife.
A good wife. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, for some people, I'm sure that's the case. I'm not sure I could have a good wife. So, okay, let's match the two halves of these collocations. We have tell, go back to, drop, have a tough, piled, and take. We have high, time, a nap, off, and basics. So let's go ahead and start with, and John, why don't you start? Can you match one of these?
Yes, of course. Tail off.
Okay. Okay, to tell off. Okay. Now there's another one with to tell off. Daniel, can you figure that one out? Not to
It's
tell off, with another one with tell. Do you know?
yeah,
Probably. Huh?
it's number 3, drop off.
Okay. Drop off. Okay. Drop off. All right. Jorge, can you figure one out?
Go back to basics.
Go back to basics. To go back to basics. Okay. And Carlos,
Take a nap.
take a nap. Perfect. And Monica.
Have a tough time.
Okay. And Anna Boleyn.
Piled high.
Okay. To pile high. So that looks like they're all verbs. And Alexander, can you find one?
Take a nap. It
To
was
take a nap.
necessary.
There's another one that actually will work. I'll help you out because we've got 6 of them that we've already had. All 6 of them have been matched. But there's another one to tell. There's another one that works as far as the collocation. Can you find it? To tell something.
Only I know to tell off, but it was
All
already.
right. Okay. Does anybody know this one?
Time could be a time.
To tell time. That was the one that I came up with, to tell time. Then I realized, oh wait, that's not in the article. So, but to tell time, to tell off. To tell time basically means, like you would say to a child, can you tell the time yet? Can you, a small child is learning how to use a clock, and the child might say, no, I don't know how to tell time. I can only use digital clocks, for example.
I think with this verb we can put any word. Till basic, till off, till paper, till light, everything. With this verb.
You can't, with all the rest of them, you can't tell a nap. We can't tell hi. You can tell time. You can tell off. But those are the only ones on these. So, yeah. But yeah, if there are more than one, when it comes to collocations, we need to go over them. So let's go ahead and sentences using
Teacher,
using the exercises. Yes.
I have a question. I am not sure if I understand the meaning of the pile height. Can you give me a situation, an example, maybe?
Yeah, sure. To pile high. Let's look at the article. It should be over here. Okay, with bedrooms piled high with TVs, games, consoles, cellular phones, and other gadgets. Basically, if something is piled high, it's you have way too much stuff. For example, most of us in our work, we might have either a lot of books and papers on our desks that's piled high, or you have no, what is it? So your emails are piled high. You have way too many emails. But this is an example. You've got right here, pancakes is piled high here. Desk piled high full of things.
Okay, I got it. Thank you.
You're welcome. So to pile high would be a verb, or it could be a noun as well. All right, so good question. All right, so let's go ahead and do this. Number 1, Anna Boleyn, can you try to rewrite these sentences using collocations from exercise 5?
Okay. My mother used to scold me for not doing my homework. To tell off.
So my mother used to tell me off for not doing my homework, right? My homework. Okay. Number 2, Carlos, can you try that one?
Why don't you start again? You need to make it simpler. Why don't you start again? You need to go back to the basics.
Go back to basics. Perfect. Okay. And John, can you try number 3?
The train was very warm, so I fell asleep. Okay. To drop off.
So I dropped off. Yeah. Okay. So I dropped off to sleep. The other one that I was thinking, actually, and that's why I hesitate, so I took a nap. Either one of them will work. So I dropped off to sleep, or I took a nap. Number 4, Jorge, can you try that one?
I have got so much work to do. I'm having difficulty Hmm. I have a difficulty. Uh, I'm not sure, really. Maybe have a tough time.
Yes. So I've got so much work to do. I'm having a tough time. Okay. All right. And Monica, could you do number 5?
You have so many CDs. Your room is covered in them. You have so many CDs. Your room is piled up with them.
Yeah. Piled high with them. Or up will work as well. Right. And number 6, Anna Boleyn, can you do that one?
James is going to have a short sleep. He'll be back in 30 minutes. James is going to have is going to take a nap. He'll be back in 30 minutes.
Perfect. All right, let's go ahead and look at these questions. But Carlos, for what reasons did your parents tell you off when you were younger?
Because I went back too late to my house.
Okay, so you came home late. Did you have a curfew?
What is a curfew?
A curfew is a time that your parents said you have to be home. For example, when I was a kid, my brothers had to be home by 10:30 on the weekdays and 11:30 on the weekends.
Yes, in the weekends, the Monday to Friday, maybe at 8 p.m. And the weekends till 11 or 12. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you did have a curfew, so you missed curfew, so they would tell you off. Okay.
I always overpass the curfew.
All right. All right. John, would you enjoy a to basics lifestyle? How far would you go?
Okay. Um, uh, I don't want to back to the basics
Okay.
lifestyle.
Mm-hmm. You'd not want to do it.
I don't.
To use all the technology you can and so forth. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Excellent. And Anna Boleyn, welcome back.
Hello.
Hi. So, Anna Boleyn, have you ever dropped off in a strange or an embarrassing place? Have you ever, or fell asleep? So.
Not really. No.
Okay. I have in classrooms.
No, I don't remember any situation.
Really? All right. Yeah. Me, buses, trains, airplanes, classrooms.
Yeah, okay. My problem is it's impossible for me to drop off in a public transport.
Public transportation.
Yeah.
Very smart of you. It's for me. I can go to sleep anywhere. So Jorge, who or what has been giving you a tough time recently?
Sorry, can you repeat me?
Who or what has been giving you a tough time recently?
I don't got it.
Has your boss been giving you a tough time? Your girlfriend or your wife? Has anybody or no, maybe no one has been giving you a tough time?
Oh, no, sorry. I can understand the completely sentence.
Okay. Yeah. Basically, let's take off the who. We can say what has been giving you a tough time recently. So, to give you a tough time is like
Oh
a
yeah,
difficult time.
I got it. Tough time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
In fact, the question is here in the paper. I didn't pay attention. Sorry. Yeah,
No worries.
my boss.
Your boss.
Yeah, is sometimes he assign me extra tasks
Uh-huh.
when the day is finishing, so I have to complete it that task before the day end.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not it's not a good deal when I have that situation, but it's part of my current job position.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Thank you. Monica, some companies allow employees to take naps during their lunch break. Is this a good idea?
Since it is a lunch break, I think that everyone should do whatever they want. So I don't know. I used to leave my office during the lunch break, so I can do what I want, even a nap.
Yeah. So you can do what you want. So yeah, personally, I think naps a lot of times are what we call, in English we say 20 minutes is a power nap. So you take a power nap and then you're refreshed for the rest of the day. So yeah. Anna Boleyn, would you like to get more sleep? How many hours would be ideal?
Yes, of course. Since Monday to Friday, I need to sleep 2 more hours, maybe.
Uh-huh.
Yes, but I don't have problem if I sleep less hours.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, thank you. And Carlos, which of the jobs mentioned in the article do you think would be the most stressful and why?
Definitely the prison officers, because they are dealing with all the inmates all day with murders, burglars. That, from my viewpoint, that is very difficult and dangerous.
Mm-hmm. I totally agree. Totally agree. That was the one I was thinking as well. John, do you catch up on sleep with a lie-in at the weekend? Does it work? So a lie-in is where you sleep later and you kind of stay at home and you don't do anything. You just kind of rest and relax.
Okay. Uh, what the synthesis mean? If I can sleep after people,
Well, basically, do you sleep longer on the weekend to catch up with not sleeping much on the weekday?
me, I don't sleep too much.
Okay, you don't sleep very much at all. Okay. So you, weekend, weekday, it's the same, right?
It's the same.
Okay, all right. Um, so Jorge, is there such a thing as getting too much sleep?
Mm, is there such as? I'm not sure. I don't understand the question, for being
Okay.
honest.
So is it basically another way of saying, is it possible to get too much sleep?
Oh, well, for me it's natural. I can get a lot of hours, or
Mm-hmm.
I can sleep for a lot of time. But for people that have issues with that, I'm not sure. Maybe I recommend then exercise.
Mm-hmm.
So if you do exercise, you get tired at the night. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
maybe you have you can get sleep soon when you did exercise before.
Mm-hmm. All right. Thank you. And Monica, do you remember your dreams? What do you dream about most often?
No, actually, I usually don't remember my dreams. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
why, but
Yeah.
they say that you remember the dream when you awake in the middle of the dream, so you interrupt it.
Mm-hmm.
Probably I finish my dream always.
I know. I haven't remembered my dreams in a long time. I remember being stressed one time about a class, and I woke up with an idea on how to fix that problem. So it was probably about 15 years ago. I'm like, oh yeah, I know what to do now. So I think it was presenting material and how to present it or something like that. So, okay, it looks like we are almost out of time. Let's see if we can do this. We have a suitable word or phrase from the list. The words are down here. We have symptoms, tell off, drop off, deprivation, wide awake, proportion, social worker, pile high, a nap, and obesity. So proportion and deprivation. Proportion wasn't in this, but so let's see if we can do these sentences. So number one, Anna Boleyn, can you try this one?
Julian wants to become a social worker after he graduates from university.
Okay. All right, excellent. Number two, Carlos, can you try this?
Tom was told off by his parents for breaking a window with a football.
I would tell my kid off for that too. So number three, John.
Can I see the options? A large proportion of adults have a driver license.
Yeah, and this means most adults have a driving license.
Most of them.
Yeah, that's what a proportion is. So maybe 70% would be a proportion. Okay, and Jorge, could you try this one, number four?
Yeah.
Okay.
Obesity is a problem in many countries where high-calorie diets are common.
Yeah, like my country. So, Monica, can you try this one?
Susie often takes a nap in the afternoon.
Okay, excellent. And number six, Anna Boleyn.
Sleep deprivation is a common cause of irritability.
Perfect. And good job on that word, irritability.
Thank you.
Number seven, Carlos.
Ronald's bedroom is piled high with comics and computer games.
Okay. And number eight, John.
Okay. The play was so brilliant that Tim can see the option.
Choices.
I can't see the options.
Bye, everybody.
Yeah, bye.
Hello?
The class has ended, Carlos.
I'm afraid of just fully left. So,
See you next class, man. Have a good day.
that was, take care. See you.